Hello and welcome to Lemming TV. In today's episode, I'll be continuing my Jelle's Marble League career mode. I hope you enjoy. So, if you didn't see last episode, we did the Swing Wave event. So, if you haven't seen that, I would advise you check it out. So far, understanding Shining Swarm currently in the lead with 40 points after they use their Joker. Then the Yarbles and Oceanics in third. So, before we start the balancing event, we will go into our message center. We have 3 new emails. Firstly, you have a quiz with a prize of £50. Which team won the steeplechase in Marble League 21, setting an all new Marble League record? I'm not sure, but I'll probably go for Rangers, and it was Mellow Yellow. Secondly, our fans caused a lot of damage fighting the Snowballs fans in the parking lot after last event. So if you didn't know, the Snowballs are coincidentally our rivals. So the GMA, along with the host Oceanics, not the Crazy Cat size, that's out of date, requires the cost to be covered by the teams themselves. So we'll take full responsibility. Snowball fans sussed it, or we'll pay 50%. We'll say Snowballs did it, so which they probably did. Marble League 20 mascot Ruler and of Polario King Stardust is most displeased with lack of hospitality by both Cleopatra and the Crazy Cat size in general. Is this an unfair critique from the King over the CC is really such a poor host? Please give your honest opinions. So I personally think the hosting by the Oceanics is doing pretty well. It's not the Crazy Cat size because the game thinks it's Crazy Cat size, but because it would be the Crazy Cat size all seasons if I kept it like that, even if they weren't in the league. So I changed it out, but the game still thinks it's Crazy Cat size. Anyway, on to our first event, but before we'll go in, we'll quickly look at the locker room. So the next few events need both speed, endurance, and this one probably needs endurance and motivation. And this one uses all our marbles. And because quite a few of our marbles are quite low, what I'm going to do is do a short training course just to get everyone nice and ready for the start of the season. So first up, speed. We will go with Tom, as he has some high speed, and we want to try and get 100 for some coming up events where there are 5-meter sprints and relays coming up. So we will go with Tom. As we get quite a few already and end up picking up 8, which will get Tom to 100. Next up we have endurance. So Tom's got pretty good endurance, so has Bob, whereas Carl, Jeff and Lloyd Palmerston have only got around 80, so we'll put Carl in. Actually, we will put Jeff in, as he's got some pretty good strength. So some endurance with it would be pretty good, especially for the funnel event where you need both strength and endurance. But we're only able to get 5, which gets him up to 73. Next up, strength. Again, pretty good for things like funnel endurance. We'll put Tom on, so he's got some good endurance speed, so he'll be probably our main marble for the season, as so far he has got the best stats of anyone, as we are able to get 9, which will add 18%, getting him up to 90% strength. Next up, motivation. Tom has some pretty low with 64, whereas Bob only 54, for 62 for Jeff. Will Palmerston very low at 44, but Carl the highest with 85, so we will keep Tom in, as if we get a good result, it can get him quite high, whereas the others would stay fairly low. As we are able to get 7, which adds 14%, getting up to 78. Next up, health. Again, Tom is pretty low on this, whereas Bob, Jeff, Carl and Lord Parmesan are higher than Tom, and because Tom's got some pretty good stats, we will put him on the health meter to try and get him up. As we pick up quite a lot of them, getting all 10 actually, which will get 30%, which will get him all the way up to 100% health. Finally, we have tiredness, so Tom's at 22, Bob 20, Jeff 15, Lord Parmesan 4 and Carl 21, so Tom is actually the most tired marble in our squad. So we will hopefully unfatigue him here. As we get 9 there, only missing 1, which gets Tom down to a mere 4% tiredness. So a pretty good training session, as Tom now looking like probably our best marble. As we will leave the locker room and jump into balancing. So Team Primary and the Green Ducks using their Joker. And so for balancing, what you want to do is try and stay on this short pole for as long as you can. The marbles won't actually do this, but every time we do the balancing, red descendants get 520. And when you get into here, it goes to 130. First up, Oceanics. They're currently 3rd in the championship and our host. They came 3rd in the championship for the last 2 seasons as well. They will start off with 313. The current balancing record is 8489 by us. Savage Speed is up next. They will get 1 in the 130, pushing them to 397. Pretty good score for them. Cobalt's up next. Most of their marbles will go pretty quickly, gaining them only 288, which means they're in last position. Rangers, current reigning world champions, they will fall off very early and only able to score 345. Hazers up next. So far pretty low scoring for all the teams. Only a few 130s and Hazers jumping up to 2nd place with 366. The Thunderbolts now up. They will get 1 in 130 with a pretty good score. Only good enough for 3rd though. Limers now. They will not get a 130. 357, pipping the Thunderbolts by 1 point. Snowballs now. A couple of them fall off pretty early, but 2 get 130s, which will give them a 392, only 5 behind Savage Speeders halfway through the event. Balls of Chaos will go for their run. 3 of their marbles fall off early, but when able to get in, they get a 348, putting them in 6th. Now we are up, so we will probably go into this formation here, as I'm just altering all the marbles. We'll go into this here. Tom, then Jeff, then Bob, then Carl. As we get rolling, we get a couple going far, but a couple staying back. We will slot in 4th, 1 point ahead of the Limers, who are 1 point ahead of the Thunderbolts. 4th out of the 10 so far. Let's see what the mellow yellow can do. They will get a 130, but that only puts them into 9th. The Yarbles, last event, they started off with a win. Can they keep their momentum going? 2 of them fall off early, 2 of them going off late. That will put them in 10th position. Shining Swarm, current championship leaders. What can they do? They get 2 going very far, 1 into the 130s, putting them in 5th, slotting 1 point behind us, tying with the Limers. Next up, Rojo Rollers. They will get 1 in the 130s, the rest fall very early. That puts them in 12th. Green Ducks up now. They are currently using their Joker for this event, so they'll be hoping to do well. They do get 1 in the 130s. They pip us to get to 4th position. We're now in 5th. Into the final marbles running today, Team Primary also using their Joker. All of their marbles go off without reaching 130, and they get 50. So there you go, Savage Speeders winning, ahead of the Snowballs, Hazers, Green Ducks, us, and Shining Swarm. So we see the podium was this for the championship. Shining Swarm keep first position, Green Ducks will jump to 2nd, then Savage Speeders, Yarbles dropping down to 4th, Snowballs, Thunderbolts, Hazers, Oceanics now in 8th, arranged in 9th, we're able to jump up to 10. Then Rojo Rollers, Limers, Balls of Chaos, Team Primary, Cobalts, and Mellow Yellow with only 5 points. Now we will go into the 5-meter sprints, and we'll actually just go check our message center quickly before we start. So, which of the following marbles participating in Marble League and Hublina? I think it is Total Sliders and it's Bumblebees. After last night's sandstorm, the locker room is a complete mess. They're standing everywhere. What should we do? Ask the stadium management, pets, or ignore. So we'll ask the stadium management to clear it. You're invited to Diane Lynn to celebrate Diane Baker's birthday party. We will accept that. No reason we shouldn't really. And Card has mentioned they simply aren't getting enough rest. What can we do to help? We extend them for a spa stay and help feel more rest. Or we don't have the budget, we will save the money right now. And we will actually start this event with a Joker, mainly because Tom here has got some pretty good speed. But after that event it has slightly gone down a little. So now actually Lord Palmer's on higher speed of 96. So we'll use the Joker with him and hopefully we can make it work like we did last season. We're the only team using the Joker. So for the 5-meter sprints, just try and get down the course as fast as you can. So they'll be in groups of 4. 2 fastest continue on, 2 slowest eliminated. So Oceanics, Savage Speeders, Cobalts and O-Rangers are rolling now. Savage Speeders look like they're going forward and it's close between 2nd and it is the Cobalts going forward. Oceanics and O-Rangers will not advance. By the way, current marble record 6.84 won by Mellow Yellow. Hazers, Thunderbolts, Limers and Snowballs now will go for their one. Thunderbolts with a pretty poor start there. It's looking like Hazers and Limers should take it, as they do take it very close between the 2 of them, and a miscalculation by the game, whereas where it says 0.009 is the difference, where it's 0.010. Next, we're up against the Yarbles, Mellow Yellow and Balls of Chaos. We will go and put Lord Palmerston in, as he has the highest speed out of anyone, 96. We get off pretty well, and hopefully we can keep this speed going through. So we get in nice and easily. We will be joined by the Mellow Yellow, with next up the Shining Swarm, Rojo Rollers, Green Ducks and Team Primary. Shining Swarm still leading the championship after a very good swing wave and a solid second round, as Rojo Rollers and Shining Swarm go through. Team Primary and Green Ducks are out, as we see Yarbles in last and Green Ducks, Thunderbolts, O-Rangers, Team Primary, Balls of Chaos, Oceanic, Snowballs. So now Limers, Hazers, Cobalts and Savage Speeders battling it out to go to the finals. It is very tight between all of them as they cross the line. I think it was the Limers, yes, and also the Hazers. Only 0.0015 between all four marbles. Cobalts and Savage Speeders actually tying, quite interestingly. But now we're against Shining Swarm, Rojo Rollers and the Mellow Yellow. We will keep Lord Parmesan on, as he is our fastest marble. Now we have to hope for a very good run here. We get off okay, but now we are in the lead and we are growing our lead quite a lot. So we should get through alongside the Shining Swarm. Mellow Yellow, Rojo Rollers out. So it's Rojo Rollers, Mellow Yellow, Savage Speeders and Cobalts. 8 to 5. Now the final between us, Shining Swarm, Hazers and Limers. We will keep Lord Parmesan on, and we will hope that hopefully this is a very good round for us. Maybe we could even take the win. We get off well, so do the Hazers, but we are catching and we've overtaken them, and right at the finish I think we clutch that and we do a 6.992. The only sub 7 done in this entire event, right at the last moment when we needed it the most. Second fastest time also by the Hazers, who came second. Limers ran off the podium, Shining Swarm in 4th, as we will get our first win of the season and also hopefully of many. That puts us up right at the Shining Swarm with 64 points, as we were using our Joker. Shining Swarm of course in 2nd, Savage Speeders stay in 3rd, Hazers jump up to 4th, Green Ducks falling down to 5th, then Snowballs, the Yarbles, Limers, Thunderbolts, Oceanics, Rojo Rollers, O-Rangers, Cobalts, Mellow Yellow, Balls of Chaos and Team Primary. Ooh, there seems to be a critical error during the final event, and it's been red flagged apparently. So it must have forced I started the final event there, which I didn't. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.